Good day, grade 12 learners. Welcome to today's agricultural sciences lesson. My name is Fezega Zulu. This lesson is brought to you by the Northern Cape Department of Education in collaboration with Phakama Research and Development. We are still on economics, of which is your paper 2 for final examination, as well as the prelim. Now, we will be discussing marketing on today's lesson. Now, by the end of this lesson, you should be able to define the term marketing, distinguish between marketing and selling, describe the components of marketing mix, identify and describe main functions of agricultural marketing. Now, previously, we have covered agricultural production factors, of which are resources that act as input in order to produce output. So now, when it comes to agricultural marketing, we are combining all these agricultural factors or resources to produce and be able to sell, and obviously make profit. Now, just to test your prior or your pre-knowledge, I have prepared an activity of which will be based on the agricultural functions. Now, you only have 5 minutes to complete this activity, and I will come back for activity solutions. Welcome back. Now, I just hope you are done and all your answers are correct. Now, you were expected to provide an economic term used to describe each of the following statements. Now, for A, products are packed in boxes, and the answer for that question will be packaging. B, are kept in a cool place to give them a long shelf life. And the answer for that question will be storage. C, a product is altered from its raw form. And the answer for that will be processing, or we can say value adding. D, products are taken from the farm to the market. And the answer for that statement or question will be transportation. So these are the 4 agricultural functions that apply in marketing. Now, when it comes to terminology, these are the terms that you should be able to define or know and understand or describe by the end of today. Now, firstly, you should be able to define agricultural marketing. Secondly, selling. Thirdly, marketing mix. And the last one will be market research. Now, when it comes to economics, remember previously we discussed more about different production factors and how different production factors or these resources are important in marketing. And today, our main focus is on agricultural marketing. Meaning today, we are producing, we are delivering, and we are selling. And we are not even forgetting that we need to satisfy the consumer's needs. We are producing, we are transporting, we are delivering, and we are satisfying the consumer's needs. Now, what is agricultural marketing? How can we define agricultural marketing? Now, agricultural marketing is a process of determining. We just want to find out. We are determining which product the consumer wants, how the consumer wants the product, meaning we want to determine the shape and the size, as well as the texture. Where the consumer wants the product. Meaning we also want to determine the place of which is where the consumer will be buying these products. Now, getting the consumer to buy the product, in the consumer coming back for more. At the beginning or in the beginning of our lesson, we said we are satisfying the consumer's needs. Meaning at the end of the day, the consumer has to come back for more product, has to come back to buy more product. Now, all in all, agricultural marketing, it focuses or it is a process of planning production. Meaning we are planning, we are producing. We are also pricing. We are determining the price of a product. It also involves promotion, offering goods and services to consumers. We need to offer goods and services to consumers. Meaning when we are referring to goods and services, we are referring to products. We are offering these products to consumers. Now, before we even carry on with our agricultural marketing, you need to understand that in a market, there are two individuals that are existing, or we have two types of individuals. Number one, we have the producer. Number two, we have a consumer. A producer is someone who produces the product, or is someone that produces a product. Now, a consumer is someone who buys and uses these products that were produced by a producer. Meaning at the end of the market or marketing, a producer has to have or obtain a profit, and a consumer needs to have the product and use and be able to use these products. Now, different people usually confuse marketing from selling. And marketing is different from selling. Now, how is it different? You need to ask yourself that. Now, firstly, when it comes to marketing, you need to understand that at the end of the day, we need to make profit. Meaning marketing is profit oriented. Meaning at the end of the day, a farmer needs to make profit. That is why it is profit oriented. But when it comes to selling, selling is product oriented. Meaning our main focus is on the product or the sales volume. We are just selling, but are we making money? We don't even care when we are selling. Marketing, we care much about making the profit. So there is a difference between the two. Now, when it comes to marketing again, it involves long-term planning, whereby a farmer or a producer has to go to different consumers and ask them questions and collect information. And that is called market research. It involves long-term planning, meaning we need to apply or be able to do research. Okay. Now, there is a difference between marketing and selling, and most people tend to confuse the two. Now, marketing is profit oriented, meaning our main focus is on the profit. At the end of the marketing, we should be able to obtain and have a profit. But when it comes to selling, it is product oriented, meaning our main focus is on the sales volume. Everything that is in front of us, whatever product, it must be sold, right? We don't even care whether we are making money or we are not making money. And secondly, marketing involves long-term planning. Why does it involve long-term planning? It is because we are introducing a new product into the market, or we are improving an existing product in the market. That is why it involves long-term planning, where we need to do a lot of research. We go to different consumers, we ask them questions, we collect information. But when it comes to selling, it only involves short-term planning. Why? Because we are only selling the existing product, a product that is already on the market, or a product that is already in the market. We are not improving any product, but we are just selling because we know that consumers buy more of these products. And again, its emphasis is on satisfying the consumer's needs. Now, we satisfy the consumer's need when it comes to marketing? We go around asking consumers, we collect information from consumers. Now, when it comes to selling, consumers' needs and satisfaction are neglected. Meaning, when it comes to selling, we don't go around collecting information from consumers. We don't even care whether consumers are satisfied with this product or they are not satisfied. So long we are selling. Making profit or not making profit, we don't even care. And also, marketing, it involves different departments, meaning various departments work together. When it comes to marketing, they work together on producing the product, transporting the product, and making sure that the consumer's needs are catered for. That is marketing. But when it comes to selling, sales department does not work with others. Remember, we said when it comes to selling, we only focus on what is in the market, what is currently selling in the market, right? So that is the difference. Now, we don't even care whether the consumers love and enjoy these products. So long we are selling and these products are removed from in front of us. That is the difference between marketing and selling. Now, when it comes to agricultural marketing, there is an approach that a company has to take to ensure maximum production and to ensure that consumers' needs are catered for and to ensure consumer satisfaction. Now, the approach that a company takes to marketing is called the marketing mix. The approach that a company take to marketing is called the marketing mix. Now, this marketing mix, it consists of 4 P's. Firstly, the product. Secondly, the price. Thirdly, place. And the last one, promotion. Now, when it comes to the product, it is very important that a producer goes to consumers and collect information about a product that the consumer wants to buy. And it is upon a producer to ensure that this product is of good quality. You need to produce a product that the consumers want. And secondly, the producer or the product has to be of good quality. Now, when it comes to determining the price. There are so many factors to consider when determining a price of a product. Now, it is upon again a producer to determine a price that will be beneficial for both parties, meaning it is beneficial for consumers and beneficial for producers, meaning everyone has to benefit and everyone has to gain. At the end of the day, the producer has to make profit and the consumer should be able to buy these products. Now, that P of our marketing mix, it is the place. The producer has to determine and be able to determine the place where he or she will be selling these products. Will it be at the farm or in different supermarkets? The place where the consumers will be buying the product. That is the placement. And the last P on our marketing mix, the promotion, where the producer will be advertising or promoting these agricultural products. And when it comes to promotion, it only works with the target market, right? Whether if your target market is youth, you know where to advertise and where to promote these agricultural products. Now, when it comes to satisfying the consumer or caters the consumer's needs, it is very important to go to consumers and collect information. And that collection of information is referred to as a market research, to ensure that a producer or a seller satisfies the consumer's needs. It is very important that a producer goes to consumers or different consumers and collect information. And that process is referred to as a market research. Now, market research should be done before producing the product and before delivering the product. I hope you understand that. Now, market research, it involves collection of information about the consumer's needs. Remember, you want to produce the products that are needed by these consumers, that these consumers want to buy. Remember, at the end of the day, you need to satisfy their needs. And their needs has to be catered for. Now, collection of information about the consumer's needs. Now, what are you collecting? Firstly, market research helps us to determine the following. Now, firstly, the kind of products the consumer wants to buy. Remember, you want to satisfy the consumer's needs, meaning you need to produce the products that are required by the consumer, the products that the consumer wants to buy. Secondly, go out there and determine and collect information on the shape and the size of the product. We know that consumers are different, and they have different preferences. Now, you need to produce, you need to size and shape the product just to satisfy their needs, to be able to cater for their needs. Right. Thirdly, the price, determine the price the consumer is willing to pay. You should be able to ask consumers questions about the price that they are willing to purchase or they are willing to buy the product with. Whether it's going to be 5 Rand or 10 Rand for a product or 20 Rand for a single product. You need to collect all that information. And the last one, the place. You need to ask them about the different places or the place where the product or the consumer wants to buy these products. Is it going to be supermarkets? Or is it going to be at the farm? You need to collect all this information so you can implement your marketing mix that consists of all the 4 P's: the product, the price, the promotion, as well as the place. Now, this is your today's activity that is based on the marketing mix, definition of the marketing, as well as the market research. So you only have 4 minutes for this activity. So you are provided, or you are expected to provide, the differences between selling and marketing for 4 marks. So I'll only just give you 5 or 4 minutes to complete the activity, and then I will come back for activity solution. Welcome back, and I just hope you have finished your activity. That is out of 4 marks, where you were expected to provide the differences between selling and marketing. Now, marketing emphasis is on consumers' wants or needs, while selling, it is on the product. Marketing is profit oriented, and then selling, sales volume oriented. Marketing, it involves long-term planning, while selling involves short-term planning for 4 marks. Meaning you need to decide whether you just give the first 2 options, or you take the last 2, or the first and the third one, to make it 4 marks. Now let us continue with our lesson, and let us go to marketing functions. These are the important things that a farmer needs to do after producing a product. Remember, we said marketing, it involves different processes whereby we are producing a product, we are transporting a product, we are delivering a product, and we are making sure that a consumer is satisfied, and even the consumer coming back for more, just to purchase or buy more products. Now, these are the important functions or the important things that a farmer needs to do after producing a product. And these agricultural functions, they are 4 in total. Firstly, we have transportation. Secondly, the storage. Thirdly, packaging. And the last one is processing. And when applying these different agricultural marketing, we are also adding value to our agricultural product. By adding value, meaning, or we simply mean that the initial price, let's just say we had, or the orange was costing 5 rand. After applying these different functions, the value of the product will increase, or the price of the product will also increase. We are adding value. Now, our first agricultural function will be transportation. Now, transportation, it involves moving agricultural products from the farm to consumers or market. Meaning we are moving agricultural products from the point of production where it was produced to the point of consumption, where consumers will be able to purchase or buy the product. That is transportation. And this function is done after we have produced a product. Now, there are different modes of transportation or of transport. Firstly, we have a road transport. That includes trucks, motorcycles, buses, but I've never seen a bus carrying an agricultural product. Now, these are examples of road transport. Another mode of transport, we can name air transport. That includes the cargo plane, or we can say the aircraft. Another mode of transport, or that we can use to transport our agricultural product, we can involve water transport, whereby we have a cargo ship to transport or move our agricultural product from the point of production to the point of consumption. Now, why is transportation important? Now, these are the advantages of transportation, the beauty of transportation. Now, firstly, transportation, it bridges the gap between the producer and the consumer, meaning it connects these two parties, the producer and the consumer. And second advantage, it ensures fast delivery. It ensures fast delivery, making sure that products reach the consumers. Now, thirdly, it also creates job opportunities. Remember, to transport these products, whether we are using road transport or air transport or water transport, we require drivers. We need drivers to drive these trucks, to drive these motorcycles. And that is job creation, right? Another one, it ensures that bulk goods can easily be transported. As we all know that it's not easy transporting bulk or agricultural products that comes in bulk or that are in bulk. It's not easy. Now, the last advantage of transportation, it ensures quick movement of perishables to the market. We know that our agricultural products are subject to perishability. They are subject to spoilage. So it ensures that consumers receive fresh products or products that are of good quality. So these are the advantages of transportation. Now, our next agricultural function, we have the storage. Now, how can we define the storage? An agricultural function where products are kept to prevent damage until delivered to consumers. Remember, we said consumers, or a consumer is someone who buys and uses these products, meaning each and every time these products need to be fresh and they need to be of good quality. Now, storage are kept to prevent damage until they are delivered to consumers. Now, there are different ways of storing agricultural products or the produce. Number one, we can use cold storage, such as refrigerators, where agricultural products are stored in different temperatures, where the meat will be stored under minus 20 degrees Celsius, meaning it has to be frozen, right? Fruits and veggies stored under 5 degrees Celsius. Milk stored from, or it can be 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. And another way of storing agricultural products, we can use the warehouse, where agricultural products are stored in bulk or in large quantities before they are transported to consumers. And this is the best example of our warehouse, where agricultural products are stored in bulk or in large quantities. And the last one, we can use the silos, where we have our tall tunnels, where we can store grains or we can store maize before we even transport or deliver them to our consumers. So these are different storages that we can use to store agricultural products, just to protect them from damages and from contamination. Now, advantages of storage. Firstly, it ensures fresh products. It ensures fresh products, meaning our quality remains the same. Remember what we said about the quality. It has to be good at all times. And then secondly, it ensures that the price of the product stays or remains constant, right? Remember, when a product is perishable, it simply leads us to reducing the agricultural price of that particular product. Now, thirdly, it prevents an oversupply or shortage of goods, making sure that products are available for all consumers that are available in the market. There is no oversupply of agricultural products, because when we oversupply agricultural products, it will force us to reduce the price in the market, meaning we won't be able to make profit or make money out of the production, right? It maintains the product quality, meaning ensuring fresh products, right? Ensures continuous supply of agricultural products. That also this is the same as spraying seeds, meaning making sure that our agricultural products are available in all seasons. Whether winter, we have oranges, summer, oranges, autumn, oranges, spring, we also have the availability of oranges. So these are the advantages of storage. Now, our third agricultural marketing, we have packaging. Now, when it comes to packaging, it is where products are graded and placed in protective, suitable containers according to size and quality for delivery. Meaning we are keeping and we are preserving these agricultural products, making sure that they remain fresh at all times. Now, there are different forms of packaging. Firstly, we have the primary packages or the primary packaging, where oranges are packed in smaller pockets. Oranges are packed in small pockets so we can sell them directly to consumers. Now, we use a form called a primary packaging. Now, the second form, it is the secondary packaging. Now, secondary packaging, it is when pockets of oranges are packed in cardboard or boxes, as shown in the picture. This is how we apply our second or our secondary packaging. Now, the last form of packaging is said to be tertiary. When it comes to tertiary packaging, it is when we are grouping our secondary packed units to further facilitate handling and transportation, whereby boxes of oranges are packed in wooden pallets so they can be transported. They can move from one point to another. Now, there are guidelines of packaging agricultural product or produce. Number one, the material used. It has to have useful information. The package or material used when packaging the product or the produce, it has to have the useful information, such as the company's name. Company's name has to appear on the package. Secondly, the country where the product was produced, the date in which it was produced or packed, the expiry date when it will expire, the nutritional information. So all this information, it has to appear on the package when you are packaging the product, when you are keeping and preserving, or when you are grading the product. Now, secondly, the packages or materials used, they need to be recyclable, meaning they have to be changed into new product. They need to be changed into new product. And also, these agricultural packages or materials, they need to be biodegradable, meaning they need to be decayed. They need to be decomposed by agricultural or by our microorganisms. Now, thirdly, the container should enclose the produce, meaning the container should protect or should be able or provide protection to the produce. It should be able to protect the produce. Another one, it should be able to protect the produce from mechanical damage and contamination. Meaning, any package or material used should prevent any dust from entering the package or from contaminating the agricultural produce or the agricultural product. And the last one, the packages or material used must not contain chemicals. Why? Because these chemicals may be imported to these produce or product. Right. Containers that farmers or producers use must be, number one, be clean, dry, and be suitable for the specific product. Meaning oranges on cardboards or pockets, right? Fish, maybe when you are canning the fish, it must be on the cans or in the cans. So different products must be placed on different pockets or materials, right? The second one, the pocket or the material used must not import any foreign taste or odors to the produce, of which this may contaminate the produce or the product, of which increasing or leading to an increase in health risk. Right? Another one, the package used must be strong and rigid to facilitate easy handling and transportation, and to also protect these produce from damages. And the last one, the material or the packages used must have no sign of fungal growth, of which may reduce the quality of the product. So these are the guidelines of packaging agricultural produce or agricultural products. Now, advantages of packaging agricultural products. Firstly, create job opportunities. As we all know, to package these agricultural products, we need people, we need laborers, we need workers, we also need employees. So hence, we create job opportunities. That is our first point or first advantage. Second one, it gives the product appeal. It gives the product its beauty. It gives the product appeal. Meaning some of agricultural products, we buy them as consumers. Why? Because they are very much appealing to us. They have beautiful containers. They are very much beautiful. Right? And the third advantage, protect products from contamination. Remember we said the package must enclose the produce or the product, meaning the packages provide protection against contamination, or it protects against contamination. And the last one, it also improves shelf life of a product. So these are the advantages of packaging. Now, our last marketing function is processing, also referred to as value adding. Now, it is the agricultural marketing function where products are transformed. There is a change where products are transformed from their raw state to a more usable form for the consumer. Meaning we are transforming agricultural products from being raw or primary into secondary products. Now, there are different examples of processing or value adding. Firstly, we can name fermentation, where we can just take milk and process it into mass, or yogurt. That is fermentation, as shown in the picture below. Our example, or another example of processing, we can name drying, where we can just name our fruits, where we exclude water or we dry them, right? And then that is drying, as shown in the picture below. Another form of processing, we can name canning, where we can take fish and can it on form tuna. That is another way of processing, right? Another way of processing. We can name milling, where we can change maize into maize meal, as shown by the picture. So these are the examples of processing. And the last one is cooking, where we can just cook our fruits before canning them. Right? So these are our examples of processing. Now, advantages of processing. Right? Firstly, it improves shelf life, making sure that these items or agricultural products are usable for a longer period of time. Now, secondly, it is a way of overcoming oversupply of product. Now, thirdly, products are available, or it ensures availability in all seasons. That is spreading sales. Now, fourthly, right, it also provides job opportunities. Remember, we need employees that will be processing these agricultural products, moving them from primary into secondary product. And the last one, it also allows for easier packing and handling of products. So these are advantages of processing. Now we are done with marketing, and this will be your homework. You need to write this in your exercise books, and we will provide remedials or activity solutions when we come back. Now, on this homework, you are expected to analyze the picture and answer the questions that follow. So here's the picture, and all your answers should be based on the picture provided. Now, 1.1, identify the marketing function illustrated above or shown by the picture. 1.2, state 3 characteristics of the cardboard boxes which make them suitable for marketing grades. So here's your homework. Now, on today's lesson, we covered agricultural marketing, of which is a process of producing, transporting, delivering, and satisfying the consumer's needs. Now, we also covered the marketing mix that consists of 4 P's, of which is the product, the place, promotion, as well as the price. We also looked at the market research, where the producer is expected to collect information from consumers, people who will be buying and using these products. And we're also able to differentiate between marketing and selling, where marketing, its focus is on the consumer's needs, while selling, the focus is on the product, that it must be sold, or it is on the sales volume. And we also discussed more about different agricultural products, of which are important things that must be done by the producer to increase the value of a product. And we have 4 agricultural products, of which number 1, the transportation. Secondly, storage. Number 3, we have processing. And the last one was packaging. Now, on our next lesson, we will be focusing more on price determination. Remember, on our marketing mix, we spoke more about the price and the factors that affect the price determination. Now, on our next lesson, we will be focusing on these factors that influence the price determination. And secondly, we will be discussing more about the demand and the supply, market equilibrium, the balance between 2 parties, and the last one will be discussing more about price elasticity and be able to differentiate between price elasticity and price fluctuation. Now, this is the end of our today's agricultural sciences lesson. We'll see you on our next one. Thank you so much.